Have you ever thought that a small island in the heart of Asia could teach the world how to live happily, without fuss, without showing off? Among the rapidly developing countries, there is a place that quietly rises, achieving almost zero poverty, leading in technology, personal freedom and kindness. How did a humble island become a symbol of quality of life and progressive spirit? Follow this travel documentary to discover 10 things that make Taiwan not only a destination, but also a mirror to the way we live. 1. Geographical location, the isolated pearl between two oceans. Less than 200 kilometers from China, why doesn't Taiwan fall into chaos but instead rise strongly? Is the location too close to be safe, too far to be swallowed? The secret to their strength? Seemingly caught in a geopolitical pincer, Taiwan has chosen a different path, turning isolation into a strategic advantage. This island lies across the East China Sea and the Pacific Ocean, an ideal transit point for both military, trade and culture. But don't be quick to think that this place is just a transit station. Taiwan is a lively symphony between the deep blue ocean, the winding mountain ranges like ink paintings and the pristine tropical forests still echoing with the sounds of wild birds. Every inch of land here is not just territory, it is emotion. A place that is both the soul of the mountains and forests and the spirit of a futuristic city. And in the midst of it all is man, gentle, persistent and always moving forward. 2. Taipei 101, the tower built to breathe. Why is a skyscraper designed to look like a living bamboo? And how can it withstand both earthquakes and a level 17 typhoon? Taipei 101 is not just an architectural icon, it is Taiwan's declaration to the world, small but resilient, modern but close to nature. At 508 meters high, it was once the tallest building on the planet. But what makes people amazed is not its height, but the way it breathes. Designed based on the image of bamboo, a symbol of resilience in East Asian culture, Taipei 101 does not struggle against nature, but bends to the rhythm of the earth and sky. The giant shock absorber system located between floors 87 to 92 is like a living heart, helping the tower withstand violent earthquakes while still maintaining its graceful, gentle appearance. Not only that, Taipei 101 is also ahead of its time with its energy-saving and emission control systems, making it the tallest green tower in the world in 2011. A building that is both a technological wonder and an environmental commitment, rare and inspiring. 3. Taiwan's economy, success without minerals. An island nation with no oil, gold, or gas, how did they become a technological powerhouse? Is it the lack of resources that drives them to break through? Unlike many countries that are rich thanks to natural resources, Taiwan has grown up with the brains and hands of its people. They do not own rare mineral mines. The land is not large. The population is modest. But in just a few decades, they have become one of the leading economies in Asia. The story begins with small factories, where workers work 12 to 14 hours a day to export electronics, clothes, and household appliances. But then from processors, they have risen to become gray matter tycoons. Today, companies like TSMC, the world's leading semiconductor chipmaker, are the foundation of the devices you use: phones, electric cars, computers, even missiles. The modern world runs on microchips, and microchips run on Taiwanese hands. 4. Taiwan education, not a race, but still finishing first? While many Asian countries are criticized for their overly stressful education, why are Taiwanese students still good at studying and being creative? Does their secret lie in not forcing? Many people believe that educational success must come with iron discipline and studying day and night. But Taiwan proves the opposite. Here, students are not crammed for exams, but are encouraged to think critically, learn through projects, and develop their personal abilities. Taiwanese classrooms place great importance on group discussion, exchanging ideas, and practical creativity. They teach students to ask questions, instead of just memorizing answers. This makes Taiwanese students not only good at theory, but also active and flexible when entering the world. Most importantly, this education system focuses on ethics, social responsibility, and cultural identity. They don't want to create score machines, but people who know how to live for the community and dare to think differently. 5. Modern culture, counterculture, but very popular? How did a small island become the most indie and creative cultural center in Asia? Why do Taiwanese youth not follow global trends, but create them? If you have ever walked around Taipei, you will immediately feel, this place is like a creative cauldron, where street artists, independent filmmakers, underground writers and visual artists coexist and develop together. Taiwan allows cultural diversity to explode, from indie music, art films, anti-geopolitical comics to contemporary exhibitions in Kaohsiung or Taichung. The government supports young artists, and does not strictly censor like many other countries. The freedom of expression makes Taiwan a magnet for artists from all over. Unfettered by popular tastes, Taiwanese culture is critical, down-to-earth, and very real? And perhaps that's why the world has come to love them, not because they're like anyone else, but because they're inspiringly different. 6. Without a powerful army, but a dragon guarding freedom? A small island, not a member of the United Nations, has become a leading symbol of democracy in Asia? What makes Taiwan the strongest barrier for freedom in the region? Not many people know that Taiwan is one of the youngest and most dynamic democracies in the world. From a military dictatorship in the 1980s, they have transformed dramatically into a multi-party democracy, where freedom of speech, press and protest are respected in an amazing way. Despite not having a powerful army like many other countries, Taiwan has become a frontline defender of democratic values in the East Asian region, facing geopolitical challenges head-on without bowing down. Even here, people still vote regularly, debate politics openly, and express their voices on everything from the environment to foreign policy. And the strange thing is, in the fragility of an unrecognized nation, Taiwan is strong in a way that cannot be measured by tanks or missiles. It is strong because of its belief in freedom. 7. An Asian society is an LGBTQ+ paradise? Asia is traditionally conservative about gender and marriage, so why was Taiwan the first country to legalize same-sex marriage? What is it about Taiwanese society that makes gay people as accepted as anyone else? You might be surprised to know, Taiwan not only legalized same-sex marriage in 2019, it was the first country in Asia to do so. In a region where many countries still do not recognize LGBTQ+ rights, Taiwan has become a beacon of hope and inspiration. But what is more impressive is how Taiwanese society has embraced this change, not with slogans, but with heart. Many families have accepted gay children, many schools have included sex education and equality in their curriculum, and both politicians and artists have publicly supported the freedom to love. In big cities like Taipei, you'll find vibrant pride celebrations, LGBTQ+ friendly cafes, and a vibe where you can be yourself, without fear of being judged, without fear of being vulnerable. In a world where barriers are high, Taiwan isn't just breaking stereotypes, it's doing the right thing sooner than later. 8. A modern society that still believes in ghosts and the invisible world? With advanced technology, high education, and strong urbanization, why do Taiwanese people still believe in spirits and rituals? Is the supernatural world still reigning in the light of science? You can walk into a modern office in the heart of Taipei, where employees use high-end laptops, hold Zoom meetings, but there is an altar for the god of wealth right in the corner of the room. Or see young people from Gen Z posting stories about going to fortune-telling or worshipping wandering souls. Sounds strange? But that's Taiwan. Here, belief in the spiritual world does not contradict modern life, but goes hand in hand, blending as part of the identity. Vu Lan ceremony, car worship ceremony, housewarming ceremony, choosing auspicious days, not only the elderly but also the young do it with respect. Taiwanese people believe that even if you reach the universe with an electronic chip, you still need to respect things that cannot be seen. Because somewhere, ancestors, spirits and gods are still silently watching, protecting or reminding you. 9. A high-tech country, but uses ghost money? Why do people in one of the most developed economies in Asia burn tons of paper money every year? Is there something deeper than just burning paper money? In a place like Taiwan, where semiconductor chips run the entire global industry, you might think that superstition has receded. But no, Taiwanese people still burn paper money, paper mansions, paper iPhones, Paper cars. For their deceased relatives, with the belief that they will receive it in the afterlife. Many times, you will come across the scene of people folding paper money realistically, placing it in a crematorium on the street, with deep sincerity. Even large companies hold ceremonies and burn paper money before opening or signing contracts. So why do they do that? Because for Taiwanese people, material life may be modern, but their souls are still tied to tradition. They believe that peace in business, family happiness, and even health, all begin with filial piety and faith in the afterlife. 10. A small island but controls the entire global economy? How can an island nation only 1/7 the size of Vietnam make the whole world hold its breath when their factories stop operating? What makes Taiwan the technological heart of the planet? Not the US. Not Japan. Not Europe. But TSMC, Taiwan Semiconductor Manufacturing Corporation, is the true king of the global chip industry. The phone you are using, the laptop you are watching this video on, are all running on chips made in Taiwan. TSMC accounts for more than 50% of the global semiconductor chip market share and supplies Apple, Nvidia, Qualcomm, Intel. A drought in Taiwan in 2021 once caused the entire world technology industry to stagger due to a lack of water to cool chips. That was when people suddenly realized, the digital future of humanity lies in the hands of a small island nation with only 23 million people. Taiwan doesn't boast about itself as a tourism superpower, but that's exactly what makes it so fascinating. The seemingly small island is home to some surprising paradoxes: cutting-edge technology hidden behind centuries-old temples, a modern democracy nurtured by ancient Asian traditions. Taiwan doesn't need to try to be special, its contradictions are enough to make it so. Perhaps the most surprising thing isn't the scenery or the food, but the way the Taiwanese quietly maintain their identity in an increasingly flat world. And if there's anything that sticks with the trip, it's not just the photos, it's the feeling of having flipped through a book where every page is filled with unexpected truths.